more awake. I've had a coffee. It's still warm as hell. But either way, we're going to do a little bit more reviewing of what we've got and what I found like I'm using or I'm not really using inside my bike equipment and stuff. So today I'm going to be trialing some gloves and showing you what I've done with these gloves, how I found them, what I see which is better overall, the price mark, stuff like this, and we'll go from there. So today we're going to start with two different types of gloves. The first ones are going to be these ones just here, which is the Richa summer gloves, full gauntlet, all meshed, everything else. And then the second pair is going to be the held, air and dry, all weather, Gore-Tex glove with a summer line inside of it, like a double chamber thing. So to get ourselves started, on this occasion, I've asked for two little helpers. So my first little helper is going to be this little monkey, who's my youngest, Kaylin. Say hello, Kaylin.
Hello.
Right, and then the second helper is going to be this huge child, which is my eldest, which is Alicia. Say hello, Alicia.
Hello.
Right, so now we've got our little helpers going. We're going to see how we get on with these gloves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get them both to put on a pair of gloves each. Okay, which ones do you want? You want the bright ones and you want the dark ones. So we're going to get them to put on the gloves. So bear with me while they put on the gloves. So in a second of computer magic, we're going to... Gloves are on. So look at that. I love computer magic. It's great, isn't it? So the first ones we're going to start with are these Richa ones. Okay, the reason is we're going to leave it standing as long as we can with the gloves on, looking a bit silly like this. Okay, so we're going to start with these gloves. Okay, these are the summer gloves. These are the Richa ones. They smack in the face. You've got to be careful. You've got loads on. Smack in the face. You've got to be careful. One on the belly. Smack in the face. Smack in your hand. Very good gloves. Okay, compared to these ones go on your hips or on your face. We'll go on your hips. We'll go on your face. Okay, very good gloves. These are summer gloves. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so as you can see, a little bit of padding on the bottom, very bright gloves, hard knuckle armour, does squish through. One thing to note, this isn't a CE approved armour. Be careful, okay? I didn't realise this until they've now brought out these A ratings, AA and AAA ratings on all equipment for PPE for bikes. So although they're a very comfortable glove, and although they tighten up around here, it's not CE approved, so that may factor into your price range. When I bought these, if I remember rightly, I think we bought them from Ghost Bikes up in Preston Way, and I think they were around about the £40 mark. Okay, so it wasn't a bad glove. It's full leather. I bought them in the intention of being nice and comfy for summer. To be honest, since I found out they haven't got the full C armour in, I really don't wear them that much. Hence why I've moved across to these ones, but I'll discuss that in a minute. The good things about them, very bright, very comfortable. Spread your hands out. Really big, massive hands on them, okay? And all this tightens up down here, so we've got a little bit there, we can push that through, and then we can even go right through our little tiny wrists, okay? So tighten it up on your wrist and put your jacket over or under, your choice. The one thing I did find with these is, see this tab? When we're tightening this tab up and we put it through and we tighten it through, that creates pressure on your wrists here, and it can get a bit uncomfortable after a while, alright? So that's something to be careful of as well. So if you wear them quite tight, it will get a bit pressure on the side of your wrist, alright? Do this with the finger, okay? So this finger, there's no white visor or anything, because obviously it's a summer glove. It really shouldn't be doing the wet stuff. We're not going to say the word because it may happen. But that one, like you see, be careful, very bright. You don't want to pick your nose, because if you pick your nose, it's going to be, hence why it's green. Okay, so this is what we got that one. Got vent channels in the fingers, all there, on the two main fingers. Okay, so these two fingers have got nice little vent channel on, alright. Okay, so those two there, I've got nice little vent channels through. Alright. On the thumb, both sides, you've got a little hard knuckle armour there, and right on the fingertips you've got hard knuckle armour. How's that feel? You squish your hands.
Okay.
Okay, open your hands. Wave your hands. Go rum rum. See? So they're a versatile glove, aren't they? Let's face it. Do you reckon you'd wear that on your bike? 1 second, I'm just going to pause, someone's at the door. Right, we've got rid of the person at the door, so we can carry on now. I've noticed when you're putting these on, your fingers are struggling to find where they need to be, aren't they? Okay, that is a common thing that happens as well, so be mindful. You do get a bit sticky inside there with your fingers, especially on a hot day. Would you wear them on your push bike? No? Would you wear them on your scooter? See, definitely no. So if she's not going to wear them, why should we? So I'm not overly keen on them. Alright, so you're all good there. Let's switch across to the other smelly one. Shall we have a look? Okay. Don't be jumping around making faces, I know what you're like. Right, anyway, so, held, air and dry. These gloves, league a difference in price, okay? Once again, bought these from Ghost Bikes, and they done me a price match, which was fantastic of them. I think on their website they were around about the £179, which is astronomically expensive, isn't it? Let's face it. The vast majority of us want to spend £40 or less on gloves, not £179 on gloves. I found on a website, got them a bit cheaper. I think, remember rightly, I got them for around about the £130 mark because they done a price match for me and matched the price. Fantastic on those bikes doing that and really good. These gloves, once again, I've had these now for a year and these are pretty much now defaulted to be my full all-weather, well, no matter what it is, gloves. On the blood bike, on my own bike, going to shops, eating the food, driving on my car game on the PS4, you know, anything and everything you can imagine, okay? The advantage I like about these is, if you look at this now, same mesh panels that we get on the gloves, okay? This one has a window wipe, so a little visor wipe so you can clean your visor in the horrible weather. Hard knuckle protection, but this is CE approved, okay? The other thing as well is, put your hand forward for me. This strap, when you put it on and you go over, it puts the pressure on the top of your wrist, not on the sides, so you don't feel any pressure points whatsoever. Leave your hand up in the air. Woo! Raise your hands up in the air. Woo! Oh my god, leave your hand up in the air. Never work with children or animals, trust me, it's bad. Right, raise your hand up in the air. So here, you've got adjustments again to put round and tighten up and make sure that goes really, really tight against your wrist. Another thing as well is, see this? That's a nice little bit of sexy kit there. That's super tech fabric. That slides twice as long as leather would be. The leather here, you can see the perforated holes. If you want your hand right up for me, see all the little tiny holes in there. Now, are you in the first one or the second one? You're in the second one. Let me pop that off. Ugh. What we'll do, just to show you something, inside the glove, you have a double chamber. Okay? So what that does, if we loosen all this off for you so we can see a bit better. So the bottom one is summer. Put your hand in there, all those vents go right to the palm of your hand. The top one, when you push it down, is Gore-Tex. Put your hand in there, you'll never ever ever get your hands wet, ever. Lifetime guarantee in the Gore-Tex properties, and the way you wash it is just simply warm soapy water, rinse it out and leave it to dry naturally for probably about 3-4 days. I think it normally does take a while for the Gore-Tex to fully dry through and this to fully dry through as well. So if I put your hand in the summer one, so if you can put your hand back in there for me, then can you? We all good?
Yep.
Go on, see, tricky, isn't it? Right.
Oh, that feels good.
What do you feel?
Air,
Where?
nice. All across the hand. Or
So-
palm.
So that's what you get, okay? So when you're riding your bike, if you release your hands a little bit, you'll feel the air rushing underneath the palm of your hand to take away that sweaty, sticky feeling when you're on the bike, which is pretty much where you don't want the heat to be. We all get vents to the top of the hands, but it's the bottom of the hand that's doing all the work. That solves that problem, and I think it's such a good way of doing it. I do know that B&W do a double chamber glove as well, and I'm pretty convinced it's the exact same stuff, just with their branding on top instead. So if you don't want to go for the held air and dry stuff, B&W do some good deals as well. Another one, apart from this bit, you've got all the reflective piping on the hand. On the other hand, if you look, it's not there. The reason is, all this is starting to peel off. I think it's just wear and tear again. As I said, I've done about 10 to 15,000 miles on a bike in the last year, between blood biking, going in hospitals, all this stuff, shoving your gloves inside your helmet, shoving your gloves inside a pannier, and it's just worn off. But the material around it is absolutely perfect condition. Alright, turn your hand over for me. The one thing we have noticed, taking this on and off all the time, there's a little bit of fraying here on the material. There's a little bit of fraying, turn your hand back. There's a little bit of fraying here on the top. Tiny little bit of fraying. A little bit of fraying on the sides. But that's kind of representative of the mileage and the weather that we've done. Okay, so the other advantage as well is the grey parts. Okay, if you feel this one, if I go this way, that is like a normal leather, like a 1980s Magnum PI leather style jacket. Let's face it, those of you who are old enough will remember that. Those of you who don't, I'm sorry for the reference. But this stuff, it's kangaroo leather. It's very, very soft, very, very supple. So when you do this with your hands, yeah, it moves really, really soft. Do the same on this one, and it's harder to do, isn't it? That's quite stiff, isn't it? Okay, so that is really abrasive. It's like the limousines of gloves, you know. In comparison, it's like, you know, you've gone on board a little Skoda Fabia. You've now gone on board a top of the range Porsche. You know, the difference is phenomenal. The quality is better. The whole thing's a lot more. When you think £40, I think people spend between £40 and £70 on a pair of gloves, and then you've got to buy some winter gloves. I got them on a good deal, and that is my summer and winter glove all in. Okay, how do you feel when you do this?
Free.
Okay, okay, and when you're blowing that, does that good? Would you use them on a bike?
Yeah.
Would you use them on your push bike?
Yeah.
Why, weirdo? Don't know why she's using them on a push bike. It's bizarre, isn't it? But either way, no. But the point is, they're that comfortable. You'd wear them on anything you could. They're such a good pair of gloves. They've been washed a few times. That used to be like a lovely whitish grey. But as time goes on, gets a bit of degradation from the handlebar grips and discoloration from the handlebar grips as well. My old age is getting me. This young is really messing me up. But it doesn't affect the quality of the glove. Okay. How warm are your hands in them now?
Really hot.
How hot them?
Not hot, but not too hot.
So, scientific review, very hot, hot but not too hot. What more do we need to say, people? Same again, it's a quick video, because it's just a quick video on these are, because I'm not doing any unboxing stuff, because I've been wearing these already. It's well worth a look. I'd highly recommend these, especially for the job that we do. All weathers, all conditions, they are exceptional. One thing to consider if you're going to look to buy Gore-Tex gloves, and the guys in Millennium, they had their sales rep guy come in, and while he was there I was inquiring about the Gore-Tex gloves, and he recommended, if you're going to be having a bike with heated grips and you don't have any way of venting the Gore-Tex, your hands are just going to sweat like a puddle, and that's the problem. So you've got lovely waterproof gloves, but there's nowhere for the moisture to escape from. On these, you don't get that. Now I know there are some Gore-Tex gloves that people wear all the way through winter, but I've found, because in the middle of winter you put a bit of heated grips on, because I'm old, I like to be comfortable. The wicking properties underneath that mesh underneath here, so this bit here, that bit, just, can you see? Can we just see this? Right, that bit there, with the heated grip, it transfers the heat straight through, but allows the air to drag any moisture back out. So the Gore-Tex liner inside is allowed to do what it can do. These, they are comfortable, they do feel really good, but because of the sea armour, I'm just, in my mind, I'd like to be as safe as I could. So these unfortunately have been used probably 6 times, if that, okay, and I've switched to these now. Even in summer I've switched to these, because in summer they're still manageable, and that's up to about 30 degree temperatures. Yet you still get a bit warm, but you can get more air to the bottom of your hands. And in winter, well, obviously you're not going to use the summer gloves, and they perform exceptionally well. I've found maybe a little tiny glove liner and your heated grips will get you through any form of winter. I haven't, as of yet, had to put any form of liner on my hands with them in winter, because the windproof properties of the Gore-Tex has been so good. So yeah, this has definitely been a one-sided conversation towards the held stuff. But I just found that the Richa ones, good quality, but it's not what I need. Alright? Anything you guys want to say? Should we have some like hot chocolate and chocolate bars later? Well, I'd like to say a big thank you to both my little helpers. Okay, I'm going to try and get them back again if that's okay, and we're going to put the new modular lids on and my old Next Exvolutor lid on them to do a helmet comparison. And then, you just wait until see what we're going to do with the new laminate jacket. Because one of them is going to be wearing the pants, and one of them is going to be wearing the jacket, and we're going to see how this goes on, because one of them is going to disappear. I'm pretty sure of it. So, guys, say goodbye to everyone on the camera.
Bye!
Hope to see you soon. Catch you later.